Alright, so unfortunately we have to do a second part to this story because my mic cut out. So we're here somewhere up north in past Brampton, I think past Caledon. We'll go for a quick rip and finish this story. So where was I? Yeah, so he was only messaging me at night. He wouldn't really reply to any of my messages during the day, which was fine. And so I kept on messaging him and getting some more information and whatnot. And finally I asked him, I said, hey, listen, can you send me a startup video, like a cold start video of the bike? Which he agreed to, and he sent me a cold start video, and he sent it via text message. And the quality on the text message was completely garbage. It was I couldn't tell what I was looking at. It was like shot through a complete potato. So I asked him again. I say, hey, listen, man, you have my number. Can you send it through WhatsApp? Which he agreed to. And at this point, when I told him send it through WhatsApp, I told him, hey, do you mind letting me know, hey, I'm 100% going to take the bike. I had a very good friend of mine. We've arranged for a truck and a trailer. I'm 100% consider it sold. I even told the word, consider it sold. And listen, I understand, he's over there in Montreal, I'm over here in the GTA Toronto area. And if you had another buyer there, cash in hand, whatever the case may be, but at least he could have done was let me know. But anyways, I sent him the message and he didn't reply back. After he sent me the video on WhatsApp, he never replied back to me, which was like a huge alarm bell, I guess, right? And this was on Wednesday. On Thursday, or Wednesday night, I still haven't heard from him. So I told him, I said, hey, listen, man, I have to leave in the morning to come to Montreal to pick up this thing. Let me know how you want cash or money order or whatever the case may be. And nothing. And he was just completely dead silent. So it was very concerning. So I called him throughout the day on Wednesday. He didn't answer. So I went to bed, and the next morning I woke up. I called him, no answer. Text him, no answer. And at this point, I was supposed to leave. And so what I did was I sent him a last message saying, hey, listen, I don't know if you're I don't know what happened. Sounded to me like we had a deal, but I guess I can't, I won't be there, right? Like you're not serious about selling the bike, so I can't. I mean, first of all, I wouldn't even know where to go because I didn't even have an address. So I just sent him a message saying, yeah, I guess you're not selling, right? So at that time, obviously, I was bummed, completely bummed out. I wanted that bike. Like I said, it was one of my dream bikes. So I did the thing that I would I did when I was looking for bikes. I just started looking on Craigslist, or not Craigslist, Kijiji, for bikes. Scrolling and looking for bikes. And I get to the last page, and almost, I think it was the last, that's a nice big house, look at that. I think it's the last page and the last listing, I find this bike. And not only that, I on Facebook Messenger or Facebook Marketplace, I found an R6. I wasn't really sold on the R6, or I wasn't really keen on the R6. The only reason why I went to go see the R6 is because it had very low kilometers. I think it only had like 5,000 kilometers. And I had a very good friend of mine come with me, go take a look at the bikes. And when we got to the guy's house, you know, you would think the bike would be outside, ready to see, maybe not to ride. That's fine, you know, test ride. You know, everybody has their own opinions about that. But at least it'll be in the garage for us to take a look, to start it up. But this bike, not only was it not in the garage, it was actually in his basement. And you know, I even asked him, like, how the hell did you get it down here? It was literally tucked away in a corner in his basement. And then he gave me a story about how you know, his dad bought him the bike and he didn't want to ride it, and this and that. But he was very jumpy about us being there, because you know, there was a lot with this COVID happening and whatnot, which is fine. Like, you know, we're a guest in his house, but it was concerning that he didn't, you know, I wasn't gonna buy a bike sight unseen, basically. You know, even though I'm looking right at it. He wanted to he even proposed that he would bring the bike to me if I bought it. Even that wasn't good enough. Like, I mean, I don't know how long, I couldn't even tell you how long this bike was sitting there, right? So I left there, went straight to go see this bike, which is in town, a little farther away, but in town. We went to go see it, and the kid was sitting right outside. And he brought the bike out, and he was very, you know, polite. Saw that I was keen on the bike, gave me all the information about the bike. So he was more forthcoming with the information, right? And then I asked him, I said, I actually told him, I said, listen, I'm very interested in the bike, but I want to see how it rides. And he had absolutely no problem with me riding the bike, which was another plus, right? So I took the bike around the block. I didn't want to go for a rip because it wasn't licensed or insured or whatever like that, but I just took it around the block. The bike was absolutely clean. Mechanically, there was absolutely no issues. So I came back to him and I said, listen, here's the cash, take it. I didn't even argue with him about the price, or not argue, I didn't even negotiate on the price, because I felt that this bike was worth the price he was asking. Great kid. Like I said, great family. I met the whole family. They all came out to see me. And his brother even was calling around different tow truck places so that I can get the bike home, which is another 40, I would say 30 to 40 kilometers away. So he helped me, you know, and I think by the time, I mean, I left. I didn't want to stay until the tow truck guys came, and I let him know that. I said, I'm going to take off if he can make sure that the bike gets put on the tow truck or the flatbed. And he said they'll take care of it, don't worry about it. And I left, and I came home, and it was about, I think it was about closer to 1 o'clock when the bike actually showed up, 1 in the morning. And to be honest with you, he was if it wasn't for his, like, I don't know, the bike was clean, but his attitude really helped, and his family really helped kind of push me to kind of trust the bike, right? So I've had it for 2.5 months, 3 months, and it's been fantastic. Now everybody's gonna ask, you know, would you recommend an R1 for a new rider? I mean, even though I'm not a new rider, I haven't ridden for a while, so would you recommend an R1? I don't know. I think it would depend on the person. The reason why I say that is because if you're immature in the way you ride, then no, I don't recommend an R1. If you do rips and if you wheelie, you do yeah, that's all fun and all. But if that's all you do, then no, I don't recommend an R1. But if you have a mature attitude and a mature throttle wrist, right? Throttle control. You know what you're doing, and then absolutely I recommend an R1. I mean, or a leader bike, if to be honest with you. I wasn't planning on going through the series again, you know, going through even if it's a 600 and on. I wasn't planning on keeping upgrading because you know, I want the bike I want, whatever the reason for that would be. So that being said, the bike has been completely fantastic. I just did some minor maintenance stuff. I flushed the coolant myself. I learned how to do that. I'm gonna end up doing the oil change myself. Brakes, I'm gonna end up probably doing the brakes myself too. But maintenance wise, it's pretty good. I will probably end up doing another video on the one thing, I would say the top number one thing I can't stand about this bike. And if you are an R1 owner, I think you know what it is. But if you're not, stay tuned on another video. I'll put up the number one thing that I can't stand about this bike, and it'll be a pretty short video because there's only one thing. So till next time, thank you for listening. It's been a little bit of an experience trying to get onto the YouTube community, but I plan on putting out more and more videos, riding in scenic little routes, whatnot. So you know, what I would love is that if you would subscribe to my channel and help me out and see if or help me and kind of get me going to produce and put out more and more videos. But again, if you have other comments, if you have comments about how I can improve, let me know. I would love to know how I can improve. Till then, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.